What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Flame078 here with another Apex Legends video. Today we are talking about Revenant, continuing on our ranked grind of playing 10 matches with each legend to try to figure out what is the best legend for you to be picking up this season to grind the ranked ladder in Apex Legends as a solo queue normal player. So I hope you guys have been enjoying the series. We've talked about Rampart, Crypto, and Watson. So please make sure to hit that subscribe button because we're going to be talking about all the legends here, and we're almost done with the bottom 8 legends, so super excited for that. And you know, with everything said and done, leave a comment down below, share and like with a friend. This is an important part of what I do here, giving you guys perspective and giving you tips and tricks on how to play Apex Legends in the ranked space as a normal player. So without further ado, let's get to it. So as we do here in this series, the first thing I want to talk about is my thoughts going into the 10 matches. I really try to gauge and maybe set some expectations for myself and thinking about, I guess, putting myself in the mind of the legend. And in this case, we're talking about Revenant. And since we are talking about Revenant, we have to really discuss the elephant in the room and discuss why Revenant and Revtain and any other combos are really hated by the community. And it really comes down to a simple reason. It allows you to get away with things that no other legend and no other player not using Revenant would ever do, right? Whether it be for intentionally griefing games in ranked or just to score some easy kills because of a good third party. The free life aspect of the totem from Revenant and its combination with currently Octane is very apparent, I guess is a good way to put it. And it's obviously really bad because there's really no counter to it. And I know they're getting nerfs, and the whole, you know, audio visual cue for the totem placement will help, I think. But overall, the principle of what Revenant offers with that free life push still remains, even if someone is aware. That means you can still push a risky situation with little to no risk to yourself. So that being said, my biggest question that I had going into the 10 matches was, could I be effective in using these Rev totem pushes effectively as a solo queue player? What is that experience like? Is Revenant good in that regard, or does it require some kind of coordination with your teammates? So let's get on with the 10 matches. Unfortunately, the games were kind of blah. I've had, like, out of my so far games, these were the worst experiences I had with my randoms, with my games. They were sometimes long and drawn out, didn't do anything until the very end. Some of my randoms were just behaving very toxically. Like, there was one instance in one game where I was pushing a rev push and they shot out my totem, my teammates did, while I was in the fight, and got me killed. Like, what? It was overall like not fun in that regard. So I'm literally saying this to you guys as letting you know what the experience was like. So that could possibly be your experience, but more likely not, it won't be. So my analysis, I'm going to break apart that experience from myself, and I'm not saying Revenant is not good due to my experience. So just keep that in mind, and let's just break down with that in mind what I think Revenant is good for in the solo queue ranked experience. And let's answer the question I had prior. I personally felt I could not be effective as a solo queue player with Revenant, and I couldn't maximize my rev pushes, and that is just strictly due to the circumstances of the games. Like I said, I know firsthand some of the greatness that Revenant does and having excellent pushes with that, but just overall, the 10 games currently that are being showcased don't showcase that. So let's just move on to the conclusion, the analysis, and let's talk about Revenant fully. What can we take away with Revenant? Like I said, let's just talk about the good, right? The why he is effective even regardless of my experience. The totem push that we talked about, that's kind of potentially bad. It is great. in a ranked setting where we're talking about grinding KP, RP, that's awesome. The fact that you can push a fight, maybe get 2 or 3 KP, get back stats in the totem, and kind of retreat from a fight with pretty much good on success, unless there's another third partying you. That's great. That's a great way to get RP, and overall it will help your ranked climb for sure. Absolutely. And I'm pretty sure that's what's been going on with this whole Revenant situation. A lot of people are climbing due to that fact. So with that being said, I encourage everyone, and that was something I was conscious of even with my 10 poorly played games, is when I was doing a rev push, I asked myself this: could I push this without Revenant, and did I have the confidence to push this without Revenant? And that didn't stop me from pushing or not, but in the back of my mind, I always ask myself that so I could understand when reviewing, say, my experience or just reviewing what I could have done better, is like, what am I truly relying on? Am I relying on the skill of myself and my gunplay to capitalize on this? Was that the right rotational call, or was I solely doing this because, hey, I had my totem, I had a free easy kill, free easy life, so I did it? There's a difference in what I'm talking about, right? If you're actually confident in yourself, then that means you are properly organizing yourself and third partying correctly, right? You're thinking about engagements in the right way, and you're relying more so on yourself than the legend you use, which I think is a skill that I want everyone to have, right? I want you to be confident in yourself so that no matter what legend you use, you are the most effective. You are improving your own personal skill. Sure, Revenant does something great, but you shouldn't let that be your crutch. And that might be a theme for other legends coming up. So that was the biggest thing that I always took away. And keep that in mind if you're using Revenant. Again, based on my experience and based on the more fact that I couldn't coordinate with my randoms. I'm not saying that Revenant is bad for the solo queue, but Revenant is hard when you don't at least at minimum have a mic, because sure, you can place a totem well, but you can just jumping into a fight isn't as effective. You can easily get shot and get sent back without accomplishing anything. The biggest thing when using Revenant and using the totem push, you want to have a goal. You want to go in there with a mission. You want to be like, I want to knock this person out of the fight. I want to capitalize on this team that is being pushed. You want to go in there with a mission. If you're just going in there blindly, I feel you're not using Revenant to the fullest. So another tip is, with minimum coordination, whether it's with a pre-made or solo skew, you want to really focus on something when you're doing the push. You want to get something out of it. You don't just want to push, get sent back, do a little bit of damage and call it a day. That's not really effective in terms of using what is available to you, right? So that's really the biggest thing I can take away. Again, always think about what you're actually relying on. Are you relying the crutch of the legend skill, or are you relying on your own skill? I always encourage everyone to lean on your own skill, regardless of my personal performance, regardless of how things went for me. I at least understand why Revenant is so appealing and why he is so powerful in the rank space, because again, when done correctly, when used effectively, you are essentially getting free KP and free kills, and with little to no risk to you, unless someone shoots out your totem from a different third party. So that being said, unfortunately, that wasn't my experience in these 10 games, but I hope that this breakdown still helps you out. You understand how to use Revenant. Go use your boy. Get the scythe. Kill some people, all right? Have fun, but just understand that, unfortunately, because of the games and how they went, there will be no game commentary in this portion. So I hope you guys learned something. Let's have a conversation down below, a proper civil discourse, and I'll catch you guys for the next legend. Thank you guys so much again. Thank you guys so much for the support, and I'll catch you guys real soon.